A gentle winter breeze drifted across the small outdoor cafe as customers warmed their hands with steaming cups of coffee, and among them sat Alexander Knox, a quiet man in his 40s wearing a simple black jacket that gave no hint of the unimaginable wealth he owned. To the world, Alexander was a billionaire entrepreneur, the mind behind one of the most influential tech companies in the country, but today he wanted nothing more than to sit unnoticed, enjoy a plate of fries, and watch the city breathe. As he sat lost in thought, he noticed a young woman hesitantly approaching his table. She clutched a small, worn-out handbag and held the hand of a little girl with sparkling brown eyes. "Excuse me, sir, can we share your fries?" the woman asked softly, her voice trembling as if she feared the words might offend him. Alexander blinked, taken aback not by the question but by the genuine fear and humility in her expression. The little girl tugged at her mother's sleeve and whispered, "Mommy, I'm hungry, it smells so good." The mother forced a smile, cheeks flushed with embarrassment, and apologized, explaining that she had been laid off 2 months ago, that she was still searching for work, and that today she had only enough money to buy her daughter a small drink. Something in her voice, honesty, exhaustion, courage, hit Alexander harder than any business loss ever had. He slid the fries toward them and said, "Of course. Please, sit with me." The woman hesitated at first, surprised by the kindness of a stranger, but finally took a seat. The little girl's face lit up with joy as she grabbed a fry and giggled, thanking him between tiny bites. Alexander found himself smiling, a real, warm smile he hadn't felt in years. As they ate, he learned that her name was Maria, and she had been working 2 jobs before one shut down and the other cut hours. She spoke not with bitterness but with determination, and Alexander admired that deeply. She apologized repeatedly for bothering him, but he shook his head and said she had done nothing wrong. When she realized he wasn't annoyed, her shoulders relaxed, and she told him about her dreams, how she once wanted to open a small bakery, how she loved making cupcakes with her daughter, and how life had slowly drowned those dreams beneath responsibilities. Alexander listened quietly, his heart heavy with memories of his own mother, who had also raised him alone while working night shifts. He remembered her coming home exhausted, still managing to smile, still encouraging him to dream big. Suddenly, the little girl placed her last fry on Alexander's plate and said, "You shared with me, so I share with you." That tiny gesture, so pure, so innocent, made his eyes sting. Maria scolded her gently, saying she should keep it for herself, but Alexander lifted a hand and thanked the girl sincerely. When their short meal ended, Maria stood and said, "Thank you, sir. I'm sorry we bothered you. I promise someday I'll repay your kindness." Alexander smiled softly. Kindness isn't a debt. It's a gift meant to be passed on. She nodded, holding her daughter's hand, clearly preparing to leave. But something inside him refused to let them walk away into more hardship. He called out, "Maria, wait." She turned, confused. Alexander cleared his throat. "You said you bake, right? Are you good at it?" Her cheeks reddened. "It's the only thing I'm truly proud of," she admitted. Alexander reached into his pocket, pulled out a business card, and handed it to her. She frowned at the simple white card, not understanding, until she saw his name. Her eyes widened in disbelief. "A. Alexander Knox," she whispered. The Alexander." She covered her mouth with her hands, trembling. I had no idea. I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to," he interrupted gently. "Please don't apologize. If anything, I should thank you. It's been years since anyone talked to me like a normal person." Maria was speechless. Alexander continued, "I've been wanting to invest in a small bakery project, something warm, family-friendly. If you're interested, maybe we could build something together." Tears flooded her eyes instantly. "Sir, I can't accept something so big," she whispered. Alexander smiled. "You're not accepting charity. You're accepting an opportunity, one you've already earned with your honesty and strength." The little girl squeezed her mom's hand and said, "Mommy, you can make cupcakes every day now." Maria laughed through her tears, nodding. That moment, that fragile, beautiful moment, made Alexander realize that sometimes the richest hearts are found in the people who have the least. He stood up, extended his hand, and said, "Let's start tomorrow. Meet me at my office. We'll figure it out together." Maria shook his hand with both of hers, overwhelmed, whispering prayers under her breath. As she walked away, still stunned, Alexander sat back down, feeling lighter than he had in years. A simple plate of fries had changed 3 lives in a single afternoon. And as the city lights flickered on, the billionaire whispered to himself, "Mom, I hope you're proud."